Getting comfortable with doing these is very simple. Number one, what does a basic cosine graph look like? What does a basic sine graph look like? And number two, magic box. Trust me, magic box is going to save your butt because again, one of these things that it says here is that it wants you to sketch this. Okay, so what? Let's sketch it. You can't have a perfect graph, but let's take a look. Look at this. I'm going to show you something really neat. Look at that. You now know that you have an amplitude here of 4. You got a period based on that b value. The b value, of course, being 2, and the period being, of course, right, period of 2, which means, oh, look out, 2 pi over 2. There's the b value. You got to have this over pi. That's simple. Okay, but check this out. You know and I know that the entire graph now has to happen in a period of pi. You're dealing with cosine. Okay, so what? Draw what the cosine looks like. You know cosine, sketch-wise, looks like a cup, right? You know that halfway through this cup, you're going to have its lowest point, right? Starting up at its highest point, at its maximum, and ending at its maximum halfway through is its lowest point. Halfway between here and here is going to be a cut going down. Halfway between here and here is a cut going up. Okay, those are the key things that you have to do with the magic box. Okay, but notice how it says graph this from 0 to 3 pi. So we're going to just have to do it 3 times. Because the period is pi to 3 pi means we've got to do it 3 times. Oh, that's no problem. Okay, so first thing, magic box. Look at the amplitude. The amplitude is 4. So that means you're going to have a maximum height of 4, right? And a minimum height, oh boy, I better move this down a little bit here. Whoa, look at that. I'll barely squeeze it in, of -4. There it is, all the way down to here. You know and I know you're going to have a period of what? Oh, it's a period of pi. Okay, so let's figure this out. A period of pi. Here we go. So starting at 0, right, to pi. Pi is right there. So think about this. You're going to have a complete function from there to there. So remember, you start here. Okay, we're going to start here. And because it's a period of pi, you're going to end here. Halfway between them is going to give you this lowest point. Okay, so where's halfway between? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Halfway between is 3. Okay, you got to have that lowest point at 3 ticks. And then halfway between there and there, remember, this is the cosine. This means that you start here, you cut, look at that, halfway between your lowest point and your highest point. There's your lowest point, there's your highest point. Halfway between looks like 1.5 again. Look at this. There's your lowest point, 1.5. So check this out. You're going to have a graph that looks like this, down to here, all the way up to here. Boom. Watch again. Your period, you know, is pi. So from pi to 2 pi is your period. Your height, 4 and -4. So magic box. There we go. Boom. Halfway between this, you're going to have your lowest point. You know, you start here, you end there. There's your lowest point. Halfway between, 1.5, 1.5. Let's go. Beautiful. Look at that. Yahoo. Perfect. Do it again. Let's do this one. Oh, I don't know. Hey, haven't done blue for a while. There we go. There's your max. There's your min. There's your period. Halfway between, down here, you start here and here. Okay, 1.5 to 3 to 4.5, back up to 6, and you've done. That's how you do it. That's simple. That's straightforward.